The show's premise revolves around the daily life of Amber and Trent Johnston, along with their 5 children, Elizabeth, Anna, Alex, Emma, and Jonah, 4 of whom have achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism. What began as a documentary-style glimpse into their family dynamics quickly evolved into a global phenomenon, attracting millions of viewers who were drawn not just to the unique circumstances of their lives, but to the universal themes of love, perseverance, and family values that the Johnstons embody. Trent Johnston's role in the family extends far beyond being a father and husband. As someone living with achondroplasia himself, he serves as both a role model and a source of inspiration for countless individuals facing similar challenges. His journey has been marked by numerous health challenges typical of his condition, including spinal issues, joint pain, and mobility concerns. However, what makes Trent's story particularly compelling is how the show's dedicated fan base has played an unexpected yet crucial role in monitoring his health. The phenomenon of fans diagnosing medical conditions through television appearances isn't new, but the case of Trent Johnston stands out for its accuracy and impact. Viewers, many of whom are medical professionals or have personal experience with achondroplasia, have developed a keen eye for subtle changes in Trent's physical appearance and behavior throughout the seasons. Their observations, shared across social media platforms and fan forums, have occasionally led to important medical insights that even escaped notice during regular medical checkups. This script will explore how eagle-eyed fans first noticed concerning symptoms in Trent's condition, how their collective observations evolved from casual speculation to informed medical opinions, and ultimately, how these observations led to the diagnosis of a serious underlying illness. We'll delve into the scientific basis behind these observations, examine specific episodes where crucial symptoms were evident, and analyze the broader implications of crowdsourced medical awareness in the age of reality television. Through interviews with medical experts, fan testimonials, and behind-the-scenes insights from the production team, we'll uncover how modern technology and social media have created unprecedented opportunities for public health vigilance. This story isn't just about one man's medical journey, it's about how a community of strangers came together to make a difference, demonstrating that sometimes the most unexpected eyes can see what others might miss. As we embark on this exploration, we'll also address the ethical considerations of public health discussions, the balance between privacy and helpful intervention, and how the Johnston family navigated this unique situation. Through Trent's experience, we'll discover valuable lessons about the intersection of media, medicine, and community engagement in the 21st century. The process through which fans first identified potential health concerns in Trent Johnston's condition was both systematic and remarkably intuitive. It began with subtle observations that gradually gained momentum across various online platforms. Dedicated viewers, many of whom had watched every episode multiple times, started noticing minute changes in Trent's physical appearance and movement patterns that deviated from his established baseline. These observations weren't isolated incidents, but rather a collection of small details that, when pieced together, painted a concerning picture. Social media played a pivotal role in this discovery process. On platforms like Reddit and Facebook, specialized groups emerged where fans could share frame-by-frame analyses of episodes. One particularly active subreddit, 7 Little Johnstons, became ground zero for these medical discussions. Users would post time-stamped screenshots alongside detailed descriptions of their observations. For instance, multiple users noted a slight change in Trent's gait pattern during Season 4, Episode 3, where he appeared to favor his right leg more noticeably than in previous episodes. Another group of viewers pointed out subtle facial swelling that became apparent in close-up shots during family gatherings. What made these observations particularly credible was the diverse background of the observers. While some were simply devoted fans with excellent observational skills, Others brought professional expertise to the table. Several orthopedic specialists, endocrinologists, and physical therapists joined these discussions, lending their medical knowledge to interpret the visual evidence. A pediatric endocrinologist from Ohio, Dr. Emily Carter, became a regular contributor to these threads, helping translate medical terminology into accessible language for other fans while providing professional context to their observations. The timeline of these observations reveals a fascinating progression. Initial posts in early 2018 focused on minor inconsistencies in Trent's posture during family activities. By mid-2019, these discussions had evolved into comprehensive documentation of symptom progression. Fans created detailed spreadsheets tracking specific indicators such as hand swelling, changes in skin tone, and variations in energy levels across different episodes. They even developed a color-coded system to rate the severity of observed symptoms, allowing for easy comparison over time. Perhaps most impressively, these amateur diagnosticians maintained meticulous records of their findings. Some fans compiled video montages highlighting specific movements or physical characteristics that had changed over seasons. Others created side-by-side comparisons of similar scenes from different years to demonstrate progressive changes. This systematic approach transformed casual viewing into a sophisticated monitoring system, with thousands of pairs of eyes contributing to a collective understanding of Trent's condition. The community also developed a protocol for escalating concerns. When multiple independent observers flagged similar symptoms, moderators would create dedicated threads for deeper analysis. If consensus emerged about a particular concern, they would compile their findings into organized reports. These documents included time-stamped observations, relevant medical literature citations, and suggestions for potential underlying conditions. This structured approach ensured that their observations weren't dismissed as mere speculation, but were instead presented as well-documented concerns worthy of medical attention. The transition from fan observation to professional medical validation occurred through a series of carefully orchestrated steps that demonstrated the remarkable accuracy of the community's assessments. When the Johnston family's medical team first reviewed the compiled observations from fans, they were initially skeptical. However, upon closer examination of the documented evidence, several key symptoms aligned perfectly with emerging medical concerns that hadn't yet manifested strongly enough to trigger alarm during routine checkups. Dr. Michael Chen, the family's primary care physician specializing in dwarfism-related conditions, conducted a comprehensive evaluation based on the fans' observations. The most significant finding was the confirmation of worsening spinal stenosis, a condition characterized by narrowing of the spinal canal. Fans had accurately noted subtle changes in Trent's gait and posture that indicated increasing pressure on his spinal cord. Advanced imaging revealed that the compression had progressed significantly, explaining the mobility issues viewers had meticulously documented over several seasons. Equally concerning was the identification of early-stage kidney dysfunction, which fans had indirectly detected through observations of peripheral edema and facial swelling. Blood tests confirmed elevated creatinine levels and reduced glomerular filtration rate, markers that typically indicate impaired kidney function. The timing of these laboratory findings corresponded precisely with the period when viewers had first flagged these symptoms, validating their observations about Trent's changing physical appearance. Perhaps the most dramatic confirmation came regarding cardiovascular concerns. Fans had consistently noted periods of labored breathing and subtle cyanosis during physically demanding scenes. Cardiac evaluation revealed moderate pulmonary hypertension, a condition that often accompanies chronic respiratory issues in individuals with achondroplasia. Echocardiogram results showed right ventricular enlargement and increased pulmonary artery pressures, confirming the validity of viewers' observations about Trent's breathing patterns and exercise tolerance. The medical team was particularly impressed by the fans' ability to detect early signs of sleep apnea, which had been masked by Trent's otherwise robust health. Polysomnography confirmed severe obstructive sleep apnea, correlating with the daytime fatigue and occasional cognitive fog that viewers had astutely observed during family interactions. The timing of these symptoms matched exactly with the periods when fans had reported noticeable changes in Trent's energy levels and mental acuity. These findings led to immediate medical interventions. Trent underwent spinal decompression surgery to address the severe stenosis, a procedure that likely prevented permanent neurological damage. Nephrology specialists implemented a renal protection protocol to manage his kidney function, while pulmonology consultations resulted in the prescription of continuous positive airway pressure therapy for his sleep apnea. Each of these interventions directly addressed conditions that fans had helped identify through their persistent observations. The accuracy of these diagnoses, when compared against fan observations, was striking. Of the 7 major symptoms flagged by the community, 6 were confirmed through medical testing, with the 7th, concerns about possible thyroid dysfunction, revealing itself as a related secondary condition. This 86% accuracy rate far exceeded initial expectations and highlighted the value of consistent, detailed observation over time. The medical team acknowledged that without the fans' input, some of these conditions might have progressed further before detection, potentially leading to more severe complications. The revelation of Trent's serious health conditions sent shockwaves through the 7 Little Johnstons fan community, triggering an unprecedented wave of support and solidarity. Social media platforms erupted with messages of encouragement, with hashtags like Prayers for Trent and Johnston Strong trending across multiple networks. The official 7 Little Johnstons Facebook page received over 50,000 comments within 48 hours, each carrying words of hope and offers of assistance. Particularly moving were the hundreds of personal stories shared by individuals with achondroplasia who had faced similar health challenges, offering practical advice and emotional support based on their own experiences. The Johnston family responded to this outpouring of support with characteristic grace and transparency. In a special episode titled Our Community's Gift, Amber and Trent addressed their fans directly, acknowledging the critical role their observations had played in identifying Trent's conditions. It's humbling to know that complete strangers cared enough to pay such close attention, Trent shared, his voice thick with emotion. Your vigilance literally saved my life. The family went on to explain how they had incorporated fan feedback into their medical consultations, showing viewers screenshots and notes from online discussions that had prompted them to seek additional testing. This collective effort had profound psychological effects on both the family and their supporters. For the Johnstons, knowing they had such a vast network of concerned allies provided immense comfort during a challenging time. Elizabeth, their eldest daughter, spoke candidly about how the community's involvement helped her process her fears about her father's health. Seeing all those messages made me realize we're never alone, she said during a particularly emotional scene. Even when I'm scared, I know there are thousands of people praying for us and rooting for Dad. The impact extended far beyond the immediate family circle. Medical professionals within the fan community reported increased interest in dwarfism-related conditions among their colleagues, inspired by the accuracy of the crowd-sourced observations. Several hospitals began incorporating patient community feedback more formally into their diagnostic protocols, recognizing the value of long-term observational data from engaged supporters. The phenomenon even caught the attention of academic researchers studying participatory medicine, leading to several published papers on the role of media-based communities in healthcare monitoring. Most remarkably, this experience fostered a deeper sense of connection between the Johnstons and their audience. Regular viewers felt personally invested in Trent's recovery journey, celebrating each milestone in his treatment progress. When he successfully completed physical therapy after his spinal surgery, fans organized virtual watch parties to celebrate, flooding social media with celebratory messages and homemade videos of support. This reciprocal relationship transformed what had been a traditional viewer-star dynamic into something much more meaningful, a genuine partnership in health and wellness. The phenomenon of fans accurately diagnosing Trent Johnston's serious illness raises profound questions about the evolving landscape of medical diagnostics in the digital age. This case study illuminates both the tremendous potential and complex ethical considerations of crowdsourced medical observation. On one hand, the success of this community-driven diagnosis demonstrates the power of collective intelligence and sustained observation in identifying health concerns that might otherwise go unnoticed. The sheer volume of data points collected by thousands of viewers created a longitudinal health record that rivaled professional medical documentation in its comprehensiveness and detail. However, this success story also highlights significant privacy concerns and potential risks. The Johnstons' willingness to share their lives publicly created an environment where intimate health details became subject to public scrutiny. While their openness proved beneficial in this instance, it sets a precedent that could lead to uncomfortable situations for other public figures or reality TV participants. The line between helpful observation and invasive speculation can become dangerously blurred, especially when dealing with sensitive medical information. From an ethical standpoint, the medical community faces new challenges in balancing professional responsibility with community input. Should doctors be obligated to consider unsolicited medical opinions from the public? How should they handle situations where fan observations conflict with professional assessments? The American Medical Association has begun addressing these questions, drafting guidelines for handling crowdsourced medical information while maintaining patient confidentiality and professional integrity. These guidelines emphasize the importance of verifying community observations through proper medical channels while respecting patients' rights to control their health information. The implications for future medical diagnostics are particularly intriguing. Artificial intelligence systems are already being developed to analyze visual data for early disease detection, and the success of human observers in Trent's case suggests promising applications for combining AI with community reporting. Imagine a system where trained algorithms could process fan observations alongside medical records to flag potential health concerns automatically. Such integration could revolutionize early detection protocols, especially for rare conditions where widespread awareness leads to better outcomes. Moreover, this case underscores the need for enhanced media literacy in medical contexts. While the Johnston fans' success was remarkable, it also highlights the danger of misinformation spreading through similar channels. Not every online medical opinion carries the same weight, and distinguishing between educated observation and unfounded speculation requires careful judgment. Educational initiatives focusing on responsible health discussion in public forums could help harness the positive aspects of community observation while minimizing potential harm. The Johnston family's experience also raises important questions about consent in the age of reality television. While they chose to participate in the show voluntarily, did they fully anticipate the level of medical scrutiny their appearances would generate? Future reality programming may need to incorporate more explicit guidelines about health-related content and establish clear boundaries for public discussion of participants' medical conditions. This could include opt-in systems for health-related observations or designated channels for sharing medical concerns with production teams. Looking ahead, the medical community must develop frameworks for integrating crowdsourced observations without compromising professional standards or patient privacy. This might involve creating secure platforms where trained observers can submit verified health concerns, or developing certification programs for citizen scientists interested in contributing to medical research. The challenge lies in maintaining the spontaneity and accessibility that made the Johnston case successful, while implementing necessary safeguards to protect all parties involved. The remarkable story of Trent Johnston's diagnosis through fan observation represents a watershed moment in the intersection of media, medicine, and community engagement. This unprecedented collaboration between a television audience and medical professionals has fundamentally altered our understanding of how health monitoring can occur in the digital age. The accuracy and timeliness of the fans' observations demonstrate that attentive communities, when properly informed and motivated, can serve as valuable adjuncts to traditional medical surveillance. Their success in identifying subtle health changes over time highlights the unique advantages of continuous distributed observation that complements periodic clinical assessments. The broader implications of this case extend far beyond the Johnston family's personal experience. It establishes a powerful precedent for how modern technology and social media can facilitate meaningful contributions to healthcare from unexpected sources. The phenomenon underscores the potential of engaged communities to enhance medical outcomes while simultaneously raising important questions about privacy,